project. I'm so different. That's what I want you to be, a very natural, charismatic public speaker. All the best. Keep doing these techniques. I'll give you some more and I will see you in the workshop. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. A very good evening from Pune. I hope that you all are doing well and you can hear me very clearly. Can you? Can you all hear me very clearly? Give me a thumbs up. Great. Thank you so much. Riddhi, Jayashri. Hello, Kamal. Hi. Good evening. How are you doing? Hi, Pratibha. Hello, Mona. Good evening. Hello, Kiratji. Good evening. Good evening, Vijay. Hi, Ritika. Hello, Anshul. A very good evening. Hi, Vijay. Ankita, hi. Good evening. Good evening to all of the members over here. Hi, Sandeep, Nitin, Renu, and more people joining in. That's great. Lovely to see you all. How are you all doing today evening? How are you all? All good?
Good.
Great, great. Lovely to hear that. Lovely to hear that. Fantastic. Before I actually start, I would like to really thank all of you for all the love which you have given to the public speaking workshops which we are conducting, which we conducted on the 10th and 11th, and we still keep receiving the emails from people to have the recordings of 10th and 11th. The 10th and 11th recording is there on the YouTube live. Riddhi, can you please share the live link over there? All of you, we are also live on the YouTube channel viewers. Hello, a very good evening. And thank you so much, each one of you, to give us so much of love and acceptance that you really like and enjoy this learning which we had in those last 2 days, as well as 3 videos which we created only focused on public speaking. And good news is that the next week we are creating more professional new videos in the next week, which would come to you in the next week, only focused on public speaking. I think all of you are also there in the group and you're receiving some of the other nuggets, which is the recording of the 10th and 11th, the 3 YouTube videos, one other video which I shared with all of you with Priyanka Chopra and Forbes doing the interview and interviewee. I hope that you all have gone through it. And thank you so much. Keep learning. And as I'm talking about all of you in this evening to keep learning, let me tell you, while you keep learning, there would be times where you would like to take a pause, isn't it? Right? So always remember to maintain your states. And as I'm talking about maintaining states, I would definitely like to congratulate my team, Jayashri, Riddhi, Deepa, Aditi, all of them, and including me, wherein in this week we have not been really doing very well in terms of health. Today I wasn't really well in the morning, and Riddhi had her own challenges. Jayashri is dealing with a bigger challenge with her daughter, and I would like all of you to send love and blessings to their families that they do well, because they're really supporting me as a team and to the entire community to keep giving, keep supporting in one way or the other. So a big thank you to the team, and may God bless you all to have a lot of better health for your family, and also take care of yourself. Great. So thank you so much, all of you who are joining in. And I think there are some people who are new, who doesn't maybe know me. There could be very few now, which is a very good sign. And I would like to quickly share. I would like to quickly share with all of you that what do we do, because there were people who were also inquiring about what do we do. And then we proceed to the power packed workshop which I have with for all of you, with me, inside me, to give it to you all the way I like it, the way I would like to give. And you practice the natural charisma of being a public speaker, right? So let's get set. And before we get set, let's quickly see a little about myself. A lot of people were also asking about how you have worked with Dr. John and Michael. So all of you, I'm Ridhima. I'm a new code NLP trainer for all of you, certifying member with ITA, and I'm proud to tell you that we are the only Indian company as a satellite partner with ITA or ITCA now, who is doing the program and facilitating the very big course of ITA in India the very first time. We are doing it third time now. We are very happy to tell you that I've become the only mentor in India who is doing the work globally, and a satellite partner and a member, all three together, if I have to put across. A quick snapshot for all of you, wherein John, Michael appreciating our work, where Carmen Bostic appreciating our work. And I am really glad that they asked me to present different processes. Okay, so I think you were not able to see the pictures which I was sharing with all of you, and I thought that I'm sharing, which might happen with all of you also as a speaker sometimes, wherein the technical challenge might come. And here you go. So I was speaking to you all while I was talking to you about ITA, and here are some snapshots of Dr. John Grinder, Michael Carroll appreciating India as a unit, wherein Carmen Bostic, Dr. John Grinder appreciating India in the next year. And I'm glad that I have been a part of a very close group where I have done a lot of speaking to the global community without too much of preparation, and being as natural and utilizing metaphors, experiences, examples, which I'm going to talk to you all today. Some of these snapshots of recognitions which I've received and speak and do the corporate trainings, and I love doing what I do, which is fantastic. And I've also learned in this process that as a leader, it's important for all of us to take care of your own health as well. A lot of people asked me one question, wherein you heard me in the Insta Live about a corporate training program which we do. So, yes, we help you to become a corporate trainer from the starting till the end, to create your profile, find your niche, go to the vendors, get the work, create your content, prepare your delivery, do the framework, do the practice, do the check, going and doing the delivery, creating a proposal, negotiating your business, doing the delivery, getting the feedback, and getting repeat business, and making an impact in the corporate training. So, an end to end framework and our program, which we offer to all of you. You can contact Riddhi for this. There is a beautiful video which I would like you all to hear on Insta, and that is going to be really exciting for you all to know that Vaishali Agarwal did the talk on how are we doing level up corporate training and business program which we have. And apart from that, you all know that we provide the coaching possibilities with our NLP certification courses of classic code and new code, wherein you become, using the tool of NLP, a coach of transformational, a coach of relationship, a coach performance coach, or a leadership coach, or a person who is in training and coaching. So there are people and participants in our group who are grooming themselves as trainers as well as coach. What I prefer personally, doing a lot of hand holding and making sure that you have all this toolkit for achieving your personal as well as your professional transformation. So that's a continuous work which we have been providing to all of you, and we are happy to share with you all that we are doing this with the partnership and also under the guidance of Dr. John Grinder, Michael Carroll, and Carmen Bostic. Needless to say that one of the finest mentors I have been with, and that's what I love about my work, and that's what we like to provide you all. Mentorship in the community to really grow. Isn't that you also looking for? A real growth in terms of mentorship, in terms of you growing, whether you are becoming a coach, whether you're becoming a corporate trainer, whether you are going ahead and doing your public speaking or whatever. Would you like to be in the community of growth? Is that what you also prefer? Then this place is a very safe place for you. You can get the details from Riddhi on that. And now let's proceed to something very, very exciting for all of you. So, how many of you are joining the very first time to the public speaking workshop? Let me just go ahead and see the group. Is there anyone who is joining the very first time? Let me know on the chat as we go through with all of you are putting in efforts. Thank you, Anshul. As we go through all of you putting in efforts for the third day, so I'm going to take people who are joining for the first time. I'll take you through what we did. It would be a good revision, all of you, for you also, for the 10th and 11th, what we did and how we did and how we processed. Mayank and Anshul, people who have not joined in the last week, and people who are there on the YouTube streaming, there is a recording available for 10th and 11th, full recording available, which you can go through and question if in case you have any questions to me, you can ask me on that, as well as you can write an email to us. So let's proceed. What we did in the last week, anyone remember? Can you chat quickly what all we covered in the last 2 weeks on 10th and 11th of March? Do you remember what all we talked about, what all we covered? Let's go to the messages over there in the chat and start writing in what all did we do. Let's check your memory. Oh my God, 10th, 11th is just passed. I remember something on public speaking, Ridhima. Oh, I practiced also, or something, whatever you remember. Write that on the chat, whatever you remember the portions. Fantastic. The signal. Oh, yes. That was interesting, no? Pooja Anand, how many of you tested your signal, the work of the signal? Did you tested your signal work in the last week? Fantastic, Anand. Good job. Good job, Pooja. Good. Recognizing the signals, the performance signals. Yes, we worked on intentions. Absolutely. Yes, right. We worked on intentions for what specifically? To create your content. So we will go through that once again to have a clarity to what we worked on. Modeling state. Absolutely. Who is my model? Whom I want to model? How does he look like? How does he sound like? How does it feel like? We worked on preparation state. Absolutely. How are you preparing? What is the state when you are preparing? Yes, we worked that. Modeling, absolutely. We focused on different models. I can choose different models. Did any one of you did homework on modeling? When I say homework, I mean going back to the video, once again of the model and just rehearsing micro muscle movement, just doing the body. Did anyone do that? That's one of the very important thing, okay? Going back to your models video and doing the dance of this physiology match at a micro muscle level creates states inside you for speaking and states inside you when you want, okay? And that's very, very important. It is one of the notes which you can keep with you always, that okay, I would like to go back to my model and rehearse my model once before I go to my speaking assignment. That's going to really help and create a lot different kind of states. It has happened with me, when we used to have John's classes. So some of you know that whenever I was in John class and the next day when I was delivering, the states are quite different. Yeah, it's very different. Or if I go back to the recording of John Grinder and then I go back to your process, which I do for 2 hours training or 5 hours training, the state which I will access or I access as a speaker is very different. Okay, so make sure that you remember that. What else did we cover? Good job. You remember a lot of things. I'm impressed. Thank you so much. You took it so seriously. I love it because I take it so seriously as well. Whatever I learn, I really take it seriously. And I also learn to take it with fun as well. So have a good combination. Have fun and have learn. Yeah, that's important for all of you. So what, where, and when? Yes. What are you going to talk about? What specifically? When specifically? Who specifically is your audience? Where specifically the space? Are you going to see the space before is also a very good thing. If you have a time to see the space before, or if you reach a little before time and access and anchor both the space itself. We will talk about that, okay? We will anchor your spaces. A lot of you are working from home, right? Still maybe a combination of people, or you are coaches and trainers. So how can you access this space is actually accessed and anchored after so many years of work. All right. So it's important. Story, live experiences, yes, absolutely. Owning the subject. Oh, this is my favorite. Thank you, Pooja. I love this feedback from you, and yes, all of you. How passionate, how much deep you are owning whatever you are teaching or whatever you're speaking for. If you go through the TED Talks, the one of the TED Talks which I just sent you, did any one of you go through? Are you there in the group of public speaking, all of you? Yeah. Okay, fantastic. People who are new, we have a public speaking group in which I will keep sharing. Every week, there'll be three new things which you will learn. That is the focus of that public speaking group. No spamming, no spamming, just three simple things. Not every day, because I understand that you are so busy with little things which you have or big things which you have, but you can still find out some time to go through and learn from each sharing which I give. So, in that specific TED talk or many TED talks which you would hear, some of the TED talks are very special, you know. You would get to know by the way the person is speaking कि ये बंदा मतलब you know यहाँ से बोल रहा है. I'm touching my stomach again. Yeah, you speak from here, right? You feel that when you own that subject, and you will own the subject. Sure, Mona, you will own the subject when you have done good work on intentions, states, clarity. Why do you want what you want, how you want? Why do you want what you want, how you want? Why, what, and how you want? If you have that clarity as a speaker, oh, it's fantastic. So let me take you through once again through the slides for all of you to just review it, what we just spoke about in a while. It'll just take 5 minutes for all of you to review what all we covered on the 10th and 11th of March. We were focusing on how people associate public speaking, remember? We were going ahead and seeing this picture, and we find out that most of the people associate public speaking as a mm, like this, maybe negative. Oh my god, fear. Oh my god, what will happen? Oh my god, I'm not prepared, blah 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 blah, right? So the way the perception of speaking is, which I definitely want all of you to start installing this natural style of you, which you own, and your style of public speaking. And one more thing, I believe, and I'm saying this again, I've said this multiple times in my video, whether you are speaking to one or you're speaking to 200 people doesn't really matters, because what matters is how you speak and how you own that subject and how you carry that state. We covered that how important it is to get over the fears. And you remember the three-step formula which we did? If you think the heartbeat is your fear, and you know that it has helped you before also, what you do? You touch, you say thank you to that signal, and let's perform together. Let's give the credit to this process, which originate from New Code NLP, from Dr. John and Carmen Bostic, who focuses on signals. Let's move ahead with that. We've also focused on, and this is one of the core strategy, personally in my experience as a speaker. Now, I told you that I was not originally in this natural style, and I also used to think that I'm not good or people judge me until I went through certain processes, which is with, of course, with NLP, with New Code NLP, with a lot of practice, with modeling, accessing states, studying more, and just going, yes, and believing in myself and going and doing it and just being there. Yeah, opening up myself, whatever will happen, I don't know, I don't care, I'll just gonna go and do it. Like the way Priyanka Chopra says, just go and break the glass ceiling. You don't think, just go and do it. With that experience, I think there are very four basic strategy which you as speakers always can practice. And that is one, you remember we did a strategy, a state wherein you were like a child, how you used to speak like a child, right? It was so simple and easier. And the state of model, when we thought about a model, and the state of preparation, how do we prepare, right? When we discussed about preparation, we were discussing about how do we walk with preparation, how do we breathe, how are we congruent about the subject. And then came your practice, which you did, right? That becomes a natural combination while you practice, practice, practice. So, this is what we actually did: child state, the modeling state, whom you would like to model. My models over here for all of you. Some people would like to model some other speakers as well. And with that, something very important in my experience as a speaker for all of you to remember is the clarity as a speaker you have. I want to, today, my intention is this. So, what's the intention of the day? Where is this intention going? It's important. If you take up a speech for 15 minutes or an hour, or you take a full model of 8-hour training, okay? Everywhere and every point, your intention is going to give clarity, clarity to your thought, the way you will speak. And that's very important. With that, if you remember, we created a very simple step, a process for all of you to set the content. So you have a 15 minutes speech which you want, or you have a 8-hour, 1 day training program, which I keep doing 2 days, 5 days, 1 day, right? Whichever program you have for corporate trainings or another trainings, open house trainings, workshops, or simple communication to your boss to ask for appraisal. And let me tell you, communication and public speaking is as important as asking for that appraisal, because a lot of people are not communicating their feelings and what they want and how they want with facts, clarity, questions, matching, experiences, all of that, and they miss out on something very important for their life. I'm talking from my own personal experience with the two specific coaches which I worked with, and I find out that what is happening is they are not having clarity on speech, on speaking. Isn't that important for you to get your business, for you to get repeated business, for you to have your professional work, wherever you are doing, to communicate very clearly, whether it is to internal stakeholders or external stakeholders, whether it is to the clients or whether it is for your managers and bosses, whether it is to the CEOs, whether you do a presentation, whether you just go for a 3 minute speech, whether right now, nowadays, it is about reels, right? And how simply and effectively you give a reel, with starting with a question, then giving an example, closing with a metaphor, or another question, or an experience, or a quote, right? All of this requires a fantastic, simple, and your own style of speaking. And that will take you, really, I'm telling you, further and further, further and further at a very good level. So make sure that you do this. We also did a little work on intentions and questions and drama, which I will put across a little more importance to the metaphors and drama today. And you remember we were seeing what we want to talk. Go back to that day on the 11th, seeing what we want to talk, talking inside what we want to talk, and walking with what we want to talk. You remember? How many of you remember that we did that? Let me go back to the chat. How many of you remember that we did after this a practice for the process? For the process which you do. Interesting. Thank you so much, Hitesh. How many of you remember that we also went through one more point, and that is the people who are great speakers are judged by so many people, and they do not care what they think. They definitely take a feedback, but they present themselves, and they believe whatever they're presenting is coming from their experience, and they believe they're congruent to what they say, what they talk. And that's one of the core important point which I would like again to tell you all and repeat to you all, that this was not the Ridhima which you see over here. She also used to have this kind of thought that people could judge me this and that, until I really find myself and enjoying my own skin. We in this society come from a lot of conditioned programming, wherein mama, papa, dada, dadi, chacha, chachi, nana, nani, mama, mami, friends, colleagues, teachers, all right, all of them are there, and we assume, we live in an assumption. I lived in an assumption for so many years. No one loves me. No one cares for me. I'm not beautiful. I'm not good. And I was living in assumptions wherein not verbally everyone is saying everything to me. It was just one or two people. And we start creating these boxes, and we are not our own selves. As a speaker, do you enjoy your own skin when you're standing over there? One important part, as a speaker, do you enjoy your voice when you're standing over there? Do you enjoy that up and down, or the dance which you do? I remember telling you all that I was called a dancer when I speak, right? Do you enjoy that? Once you start enjoying it and owning it, this is the way I love, this is the way I like, or change something if you want to, if you really want to. Go ahead and change if you want to. That's not a point, but because you will keep evolving. If you see my post 4 years back versus the post now, you would see the evolvement, because we are here as speakers, as the evolution. It's going to be continuous process and process and process. I was reading Gita, and I would like to share with you all before I start the third day with all of you. In one of the quotes, and this is a very beautiful quote. I'll show you the book which I read. It's a small book. It is available on the in the airports and as well as in the crosswords. If you want, I will send you the picture. It's very simple to read. You can pick up any day. And I read page number 238 into it, and I'll tell you, I kept the intention that I want to share with you all, and I opened the page. And it happened so. And it says, when Arjuna was asking Krishna, how may I know you and keep you in my thoughts? In which form, Krishna, can I meditate on you? Please tell me, O Bhagavan and Supreme Master. Please tell me. O Janardana, tell me every detail of your majestic power and opulences. I can go on, hearing you, the nectarian stream of your words. And Sri Bhagavan looked at Arjuna and said, O best of gurus, I will certainly explain to you some exemplary aspects of my manifestations, because, and hear me again, because there is no end, because there is no end to my infinite opulence. There is no end to your evolvement. There is no end to your growth. You are here to evolve as an individual, to speak, to communicate, to process. And each and every time and each and every day, including me, all of us attending this natural charismatic public speaking workshop have gone through, some of you have gone through neuro-linguistic programming workshops. Some of you have gone through new code NLP workshops. Some of you have gone through level up corporate training workshops. All of us who has done something outside or here, anywhere, you're involved in communicating your ideas, your thoughts, your speech, your thinking, your perspective to so many people, isn't it? And every time as a speaker, remember the great speakers evolve. Whether you pick the great speakers as Sushmita Sen and you see the videos of Indra Nui, and in all that, I find out something very interesting to share with all of you, that it is a beautiful journey to evolve as a speaker. So never ever think that the video or the speech or the thought which you said is not good. It can be improved, yes. Can it be better? Yes. Can it be different? Yes. And come out of this thought that I need some more days, some more days, and some more days, and some more days, because those some more days is never gonna stop. Just go and do it. I'm saying this for so many people who are individuals, entrepreneurs, and coaches and trainers who are in connect with us in the community, as well as especially to people who are in working professionals. And I really respect you all, and so much of need for you to just go and start the communication. And that's the key for us. And for all of us to move forward with that, with owning our own perception and receiving the feedback and going ahead, let's focus today more deeply on very basic strategies. The very first thing which I would like you all to focus on for doing all of that, there is one thing for that communication and speaking style and the public speaking which we are going to learn today. There is one thing which you definitely need and which all the common orators have, and that is some of you might know the answer. Thank you, Hitesh. What is that one thing which you definitely need, which you really know, maybe sometimes you lack, but you do have? It's not that it is not there. And that's your, yes, Pooja. Yes, write it down. Yes, you can unmute someone.
Intention.
State. Yes, the state. And then the intention will come, Anand. Passion. Yeah, passion is a state. Absolutely right. You all are right. It's about the state. The speaker carries a state. And that's the core. Let's get prepared with these different colors which we have in our life. We have different colors in our life. We just went through Holi recently in India, right? And we enjoyed all those different colors: red, green, yellow, purple, pink. Which pink? I don't know. I can literally go on and on. Which pink? Huh? Mera wala pink hi tera wala pink. Yeah, that's funny nowadays with colors. And with these colors which get spread over, and the beautiful sounds which come, holy hair, and the kind of feelings which gets created, the life becomes more colorful. How many of you enjoyed the different color in your life, whether it is about Holi, whether it is about Diwali, whether it is about just creating, painting in your home, whether it is about making up your home with different colors of bed sheets, whether it is just wearing different colors of suits or things. Colors do change things, isn't it? Different colors change different things. These are different states. The same way, all of you, the most important part for speakers is to be able to access different states like different colors. Different states like different colors. So all of you get ready as we all go in these different states. Absolutely, Sonali. Let's get ready to experience. You remember, I have told you that each time I want you to experience step-by-step process, which we are going to do today. We are going to get into a step-by-step process of states. Then we're going to go into the step-by-step process for speaking for WAC, using WAC. We're going to go step-by-step process of the metaphors and how did we open and do the body and do the closing. How do we do it as speakers? And we are going to go and practice the congruency with ourselves. And if we get time in this next 1 hour, I would definitely like to create the breakout rooms once again, like we did last time, and we practice here itself. Are you ready to practice the states? Multiple states? Great. Thank you, Prabha. Thank you. Great, Anshul. Okay, let's get ready with this. As I am talking to you all, when I'm going to take you through this exercise, there are different states which I observed that as a speaker, the speakers go through. And then I came down to these 5 states to give to you all when you are feeling free as a child. You can assimilate from the model. You have the freedom to go and assimilate from the model. Freedom to go and just be yourself. Remember, as a child, we were just free and communicating so easily and naturally. Where is that beautiful child? Or how would a child whom you have seen somewhere just free, talking, just natural? That's state 1. And we come out then as we see, okay, there is one state which is about state of a child which is free, which can model easily, has no judgments, just by self, natural, effortless, loving, joyful, all of that, or whatever you feel like. And then there is another state to this model, to this person who is speaking. And that is how this person, how Ridhima looks like when she is in the state of her own mentor. How does a mentor looks like? How does my model, my mentor, a person whom I look forward to, my influencer, look like, talk like? Yeah, that's modeling. That's a second state. Combine that with a third state. How do Ridhima prepare like state? And the state of the calmness and the poise, the grace, or any state which gives that grace, and the state of confidence. And think about it, what would happen if our unconscious can gather all of them together? That is what is happening now. And you go in a speaking place wherein you have prepared your clarity and intentions, but you're not actually, worrying about it. Happens, no? अरे इसके बाद ये क्या है, उसके बाद वो कर लिया क्या, ऐसा हो गया. You're not worrying about what you have to speak because you're going to be in the state. And again, I repeat, all the famous public speakers have the state the way they access it, and our brain can do it. Let's do it right now. For the purpose of this exercise, you can use the chair where you are sitting and you can stand. I'll tell you why I'm saying this. Because the chair where you're sitting, if you use that place more for your work, that also can be anchored. Okay? All right? You can use that space to anchor the space with that confidence, with that poise, with that beautiful freedom you have. So get ready as you now know that you're going to do an exercise with me to get this state for all of you. I have my chair here and I am coming a little further from the chair, for example, to have distance from the chair. For people who are doing it the very first time, I'm just giving you a little idea. Having a distance from that, then accessing it fully and coming here is what we want to do. Number two, we would like to stand and come here and do, then again go here and come here and do. I can also choose to come here and see myself sitting, and I can sit and do. And then again get up and do it. Whatever you want. Either you sit and do or you stand and do. But there are two positions, all of you, with a distance. Okay? All right? We have two positions over here. There and here. Now you would wonder, how will this going to help you in your speaking? Until you do it, how would you know? Go and do it first. Okay? Just go and do it. Let's get ready. Thank you, Pratibha, Kirat, all of you, Anshul. Thank you so much, Jayashri, Anand, Pooja. Thank you, Manisha. Lovely. Let's get ready. Mona, Vijay, Sonali, Ashwin, Renu, Savi, Juhi, Rajeshi. Are you all getting? Because I don't see you. So I'm not able to communicate with you. Are you getting it? Thank you so much. Please switch on your cameras if you are doing the exercise. Thank you, Sonali. Lovely. It was a great session yesterday. I was so happy that I met you, Sonali. Yeah, I was so happy. Lots of love. Thank you, Juhi. Thank you so much. Savi, how are you doing? Are you also practicing it, getting ready? Meenu, how are you? Rajeshi, you are in office or getting ready? Good, good, good. Hitesh, you're joining first
I'm
time?
driving.
Okay, all right. So keep hearing and then do it when you go back. Okay? Okay, I have a problem with the camera.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Vijay. Letting me know. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. People who are doing it, the training first time with me, Hitesh, Anshul, or others, we are using a process of neurolinguistic programming to create a state. I think Kamal has been there, Kamala has also been there, so they know. So we are using a process of NLP to access states as a speaker. Okay, all right, which a lot of people does. Thank you, Meenu. Okay, so all of you, let's get ready. Shake it off. The first step, shake it off, shake it off, shake off the way you like. So you're basically breaking the state, and well, how is this yellow? Can you see the yellow, Mike? Can you? Can you? Oh, okay. All right. Pooja is going inside. Are you able to see Pooja? Yeah? No? Oh, let me make it more clear. Is it okay now? Funny. Okay, great, lovely. Nice. Let's get ready. I have done this so many times for myself. I'm going to do it once again with you all. And I'm happy that I'm doing it with you all because the more I do, the more I access. It becomes a pakka rasta. कच्चे रास्ते को हम अगर कच्चा रास्ता छोड़ देंगे तो कच्चा रास्ता कच्चा ही रह जाएगा. पक्का करने के लिए उस पर दोबारा काम करना होता है. Let's do the pakka rasta. Okay? All right. So let's get ready. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. And see to the place where you would like to anchor this state of the speaker of your own self. Just see the space empty right now. The place, the chair, or you want to stand, whatever. Okay. Yeah. Nice. And now take a deep breath. And as you take a deep breath and look in front of you, I would like you to see. I would like you to see yourself or anyone whom you have seen before with a state of freedom, freedom to communicate, simple, joy, curious, having choices, just free in that speech. Maybe you as a child have had it before, long back. See, let the full body be able to see the way it looks like. Let it start becoming more clearer. The way it sounds like, How does the person sound like? The free, is there any pauses? Is there a different rhythm, a rhythm of a joy? You hear, you see, let it develop. And you go and step inside and feel, adjust your full physiology, feel what you feel, and again adjust your full physiology with this joy, with the way the person is moving, the way the person is feeling. Get inside it, step inside it. Yes. Yes, Anshul, yes. Step into that place. Yes. And feel it as if it is happening right now. Just now. Access this fully, gracefully, beautifully, joyfully. How does this whole thing, how does this person talks like? How are you feeling there? Stay there. Let the neurological process access the state, access more, access this more. How would I do when I'm a childlike freedom and talk? How am I talking now? Enjoy. Yeah. Okay. Easy. How, what kind of words is coming in? Just do it with me the way I'm doing it. I'm changing, isn't it? I'm adjusting my body as just a freedom, just the way I'm just feeling this kid inside me. Very interesting. Feel the kid inside you. Feel it fully. You have a smile, no? Sometimes on your face when you feel the kid inside fully. Yeah, you're so free inside and you feel that smile. Smile is one of the very beautiful asset in your public speaking. Freedom while you speak with smile, with this joy which you feel in your body. It's amazing. Nice. As you feel that, take a deep breath, say thank you to it. I know you would not like to come out of it. I also do not want to, but let's do a little more work. So come out of it. Yeah. Shake that off. Let's combine that with something more. It's like only having different colors, no? Let's combine this new painting. Let's see what happens as a speaker when I will have different states as a speaker. So take a deep breath, thank whatever happened, and ask your unconscious on the same space, okay? Same space. Be able to see your model, the one whom you get influenced with, the one whom you just love the way the person he or she talks like, sounds like, the way he or her or his body moves like. Look at it. Nice. Now it would be happening more easily. You see? Look at it. I see the way the shoulders are, or the way the torso is, or the way number of times the head is moving, the eyes, the legs, the speech, the sound, the pauses, the tonality, the volume. And as I hear and see, and as you hear and see, step into the state of this model in the same place. Yes. Let it merge. Yes. Inhale and access. Adjust your physiology just like your model. Nice. You're the same tonality inside. Do the same way of talking, the way your model does like. Continue with it. Take a deep breath again. Let the unconscious just access this model state. If unconscious, access this model state. Just do it. Just do it like a model. Repeat if you want to, as a model. Talk, do, feel. See through the people whom you see when you are a model and the people around you. Look at that. How you're continuing carrying your state as a model. Beautiful. Nice. And how this combines with that freedom on this chair, on this place, automatically. Mhm. And as that happens at the unconscious level, unconscious would know when to be like a model, when to be like freedom. It would know, definitely, as it knows everything. And again, I know that you would not like to come out from your model's space. Let's mix more. So come out. I understand, as I'm also doing the exercise with you and how it feels like. Oh, I was just there. Okay, so shake it off, shake it off, shake it off again, shake it off again. There's something interesting happening, yeah? Right? I'm getting that thing. You're just there, exactly. How you can get into these states so easily. It just we just need a process, in place to practice. So let's take a deep breath. And now be able to see either yourself or your model, how you or your model prepare your preparation state so easily, with that clarity which we have had, or any time in your life where you have been so clear about, okay, this is the way I'm going to do it, this is my preparation, okay. So that state of preparation, see yourself with that ease of preparation, or see your model. How does the model prepare? When the model comes here and talk, there is a preparation state which the model has gone through in the background, isn't it? Everyone's prepared before that. What is happening? How is Ridhima over there doing that preparation? So much of clarity, knows the intentions. I know the objective. It's going to happen. I know that. That's it. Or how did you prepare with that ease one time? You were like, I know what I'm going to do. It was so easy. Look at it. Now take a deep breath. Let this preparation state emerge. How are you or the model preparing towards that communication? Any small, big, doesn't matter, okay? Towards that speaking. And I would also do the way you are doing, step into that skin, to that physiology, to that body of preparation, and feel that preparation with the calmness, with joy, with clarity. I know I'm going to prepare this, this, and this with clarity. Access this state of preparation with clarity. How someone is so clear about what he or she is going to do. How do you feel when you're clear? Feel that? Nice, very good. Let that happen in your body. How do you talk inside of yourself when you're clear? Your voice is so clear, you know? Tonality is so different. Yeah, you know, da, da, da. 1, 2, 3. Exactly, it's so simple. Nice. Simplicity. As you access the simplicity in your public speaking, you're gonna have so different way of public speaking when you are so clear. And you've seen so many models and influencers and the people who speak, the public speakers, are so clear to what they speak. That clarity is what you're accessing. Take a deep breath. Access this clarity once again. Nice. Lovely. It feels so empowered, no, with this clarity. Okay, good. Come out again. I know you don't want to, but still, oh my God. Your freedom state, your model state, so clarity, how different your speech can be. Yeah? It's an amazing mix. And now take a deep breath. Let's see what next. Take a deep breath and see yourself in front of you, the same place, in the state of poise, grace, carrying yourself with that grace. Or you've seen someone carrying himself or herself with that grace, grace with calmness, with power. It's so different, you know. And see either yourself or someone else whom you have admired with that grace. As a speaker, you would need this to hold on to the state of the grace and poise and calmness and being so different, yes. And take a step inside. Take a step inside and feel this grace as a speaker. How your body language, how your hands, your shoulders, your chin up, just changing, your eyes, your natural grace might come along with. It's so different. Feel that grace within you as you stand. You just so feel that graceful. Your tonality, your body, and the way you feel is so different. Inhale again, strongly carrying in that grace. Say to yourself, if you want to, that yes, I'm carrying this grace beautifully, gorgeously, in a new way, with a new charisma in the public speaking. So beautiful smile, yeah. And again, slowly, last thing, just come out and see that full place is so beautifully merging its color, like Holi merged its own color to create that new charisma. Yeah. That beautiful joy of freedom state, the beautiful model state, the state of this clarity, and the state of this poise and grace. And you feel so confident that yes, you can do it. And you can speak as natural, beautiful speakers, as a natural, charismatic speakers, isn't it? And as you look at it, feel that confidence inside you and carry that confidence inside to that space. And as I move in with that confidence inside, because I'm so prepared with this confidence, with this freedom, with this clarity, with this grace, and with my model's state, and all of that gives me so much of confidence to be here where I am with natural self of speaking, of being there, and walk with this confidence in your room if you want to, sit in that chair if you want to, and continue the rehearsal as if you are in this state and talking and communicating. Continue. Continue the rehearsal of talking and communicating and speaking with this state as a speaker. Beautiful. And now let's seal it. Let's seal this with unconscious and taking a deep breath and asking the request from the higher self, or whatever you want to say to this unconscious as God, to the unconscious as higher self, or to your unconscious, to use these ecological states and any other ecological states which is serving or which will serve the intention in my speaking to whatever the group of people would be, with the intention, clear intention of serving knowledge. Hey, my unconscious, use this archive, my model's knowledge, my knowledge, implicit, explicit knowledge, examples, metaphors, experiences, vocabulary, meet the intention for my audience for the X topic whenever I want. Can I have a deal that you will give me this state whenever I want in speaking? And take a deep breath. For some people, we have worked in new code that you have the signals, you can seal the signals. For some people, take it just as a simple request and give this frame as an internal dialogue to your higher self. Say thank you. And how ready, calm, and powerful and confident you feel as a communicator, as a speaker. Thank you, Hitesh, for your message. You know that you're feeling that, and how you can train yourself to get states for you to speak. You can share that in the chat, how you feel with this whole process. Great, very good, Mona. You can ask Mona every day, just 2-3 days also, when you practice, if you practice, you choose to, okay? Your unconscious would tap this as a pakarasta, and it would start giving you this state. Okay. For people who are new code NLP practitioners, now you know how to ask the state on demand. People who are doing it for the very first time, you just go and request unconscious, please give me the state which I practiced with Rithima in that class. Do it tonight, do it tomorrow morning. If you just do it 2-3 times, your unconscious would have this archive. Our brain uses archive system. It archives every experience. And that's why doing the exercise instead of listening the exercise is very important. Okay, it's very, very important for you to do. And isn't that public speaking about? Just going and doing it with the states, right? Exactly, Hitesh. Yes, absolutely. We can get those states on demand when we have clear intentions and we practice with the unconscious signals. Okay? Yeah. Oh, the frame which I used, I thought to share the frame with all of you for the unconscious, which I used today. So here it is for people. I'm going to send this in your email also as a PPT. Riddhi, please make sure that you send this PPT, especially the frame which we have used today. The frame which we used to have unconscious the states to seal it was my unconscious use these ecological states or other ecological states which serves intention in my speaking to whatever audience, X audience, with the intention of serving knowledge about whatever subject. And then we closed it with use my archive, means the data. I have my model's knowledge, I have my knowledge, I have tacit knowledge, I have implicit knowledge, means the knowledge today which you went through as an experience is a tacit knowledge. Implicit knowledge, the knowledge with the challenges which I throw you in the class. Explicit knowledge, today when I said state of freedom means this, all the knowledge. So my unconscious can pick all those other examples, metaphors, experiences, vocabulary, meet unconscious, the intention for my audience for the topic, for example, topic X, for example, topic public speaking. Do we have a deal unconscious? And then you close it with the process of unconscious signals, or if you are just touching and saying, okay, thank you so much, please do this. And go with that clarity, and you go like, okay, where did the surprise come from? What just happened? Because my intention, all of you, in public speaking is that you all have a natural state, a natural charisma. Yeah, do that. Okay, practice it. And is it possible? You have the example in front of you. I have tested it, and hence I am very, very curious for you all to use it. Okay, great. Thank you, Anshul. I'm really excited to hear this, that you are excited to use it. Brilliant, brilliant. Use it. And as I was telling you all, that the states are important, right? The states to go and speak. One of the other thing which is important is the way you are setting the context in your speech. Let's go a little more inside in while you communicate. Okay. Now, you remember I gave you the example of a simple example of Holi, right? All of you. I gave you the example of colors. I gave you the example of how we talk and how we feel when different colors are there. Yeah. So the colors, the name of the colors, how we talk to each other, how we feel happier and we hear happy and we feel happy. Taking care of the paucity of time in a small 1 minute, I wanted to utilize that small thing as setting the context. So when you start, now let's go into the process of opening the body and closing of your speech. You have the state now. While you're preparing, the most important part of your preparation is the objectives which you want the audience to hear. That is what we covered last time. I want my objectives is learning Surya Namaskar or learning yoga, specifically pranayam Surya Namaskar for stress levels, decreasing stress levels, right? Remember that example which we did? Yeah, long back, just not long back, yeah, 7 days back, right? So in that example, my objective is so clear that I want this objective. In that same example, when I'm starting the example and I gave a experience of my own life, that how me doing Surya Namaskars or me doing breathing techniques just changed the way I live. Or you heard me example, second, you heard me example saying that when I started enjoying my skin, I started enjoying public speaking. Third, you heard me example of giving a context, holy, and then I opened the point of states. So, in speaking, when you open the topic, before you open the topic, you open the topic. You are not opening the topic with opening the topic. You're opening the topic before opening the topic. I repeat, opening the topic before opening the topic. So part one in your speech, if you want to utilize this is what a lot of global speakers do. They set the context to speak. While they set the context to speak, they will give either a metaphor or a simile. Today I give a very small metaphor, which is a part of simile, like holy, like this. If I would give you a detailed metaphor, for example, I went to my cousin's place on the day of the Holi, and when we were driving the blue car and hearing all the sounds coming from the outside of people enjoying and having fun, Holi hai! And I was hearing some of the sounds of the water, psh, and I was seeing how people are having fun. I was curious to reach to my cousin's place to observe how different colors will mix with each other and create a state for me, and that state is what I will cherish. So I can go deeply inside the metaphor to set the context of what I want you all to know. In this example, I used more visuals, means what you see as a vocabulary, colors, yeah, the different kind of people I am seeing, I'm viewing. I used auditory, the sounds, psh, that sound, horn sounds, and the way people are saying, enjoying, and the way they are feeling. So I'm setting the context over here by using the vocabulary, which is visual, auditory, kinesthetic, or olfactory or gustatory. Now, globally, when we speak in a bigger forum where you do not know who the people would be, you would like to use a vocabulary which can be, heard and understood by all the kind of people. And hence, you remembering that when you set the context, okay, open before you open, while you will set the context, you will use your metaphor with all these VACOG. Plus, remember, you're using the metaphor with an intention while you speak. So we had in this example, colors of life and this. What was the intention? Why did I chose that example? What was the intention, for example? Any idea?
Different
Yes,
colors creating different states.
absolutely, Sonali. Yes, that was the context. That's why I chose 5 different states and 5 different colors. So we speak, in speaking, speak. The rule is, rule number 1 for part number 1, speak before you speak. You set the context. You set the context very clearly. How do you set the context? You set the context with example or a metaphor or a simile or a experience or a story, whatever. But remember one thing as a leader and a speaker, that story is connected to your objective, to what you want to say. You're not saying a story to story. आपकी स्टोरी का पीछे एक बैकग्राउंड है, इसलिए आप वो स्टोरी दे रहे हो. So there is an intention behind that story. Now, how do Ridhima prepare with that also? Yeah, you have seen me hearing so many different stories and examples, right? A simple way to prepare your stories and example is this. If you know, this will help you if you know NLP deeper. It will help you even if you do not know NLP deeper. Is a simple way is, okay, unconscious. I would like you to use the archive. In my archive, I would like you to pick up any experience which matches the intention of different states which I want them to learn. Shall I repeat? So I wanted you to learn different states. That's my higher objective, right? So my higher objective is states, which I wanted you to learn and have a mix of states, right? What I asked is, and what I thought is, you can do it consciously or you can ask it to the unconscious. Any of the example, now the example, any example which will have, I'm not writing exam here, we just are through with the 7th grade exam. And we passed through. I wish all the very best to all the mothers and fathers and parents and the families to go through the exams and just chill and relax. Okay, from the sense of humor, the funniest part. All right, so the example, the example which covers all the different states, or an example which will lead to different states. I'll give you one more. I was in a corporate training recently, and that was about managing emotions. Okay, all right. So I started my introduction. Hi, I'm Ridhima. Thank you so much for being here, and I appreciated all of them. And then I moved on, and I said that, okay, why are we here? That is the first question which I ask generally. And then I moved on to sharing them. Okay, before you go ahead and tell me, I have a story to share. And I opened the story, and the story was about how I traveled different places, okay, different cities. And in different cities, I met different people. And in different people, different cities, different food, and how was I feeling different in different cities and different food? Because there was team conflict, people are different, teams are coming together, there are challenges in the managing their emotions. So the objective was managing emotion at a team level, and I picked up a common example which will fit in, which will set the context for the day. So always remember, open before you open, set the context with the metaphor which matches the objective. Okay? Now, one thing for you as a speaker to remember is your metaphor can be open or can be closed. All right. Now, an open metaphor is that, oh, well, I traveled different places and I met different people. And yeah, okay, let's talk about what do you think can happen? And they give me some examples, this and that, this and that. I say, okay, let's go to why are we here? And I'm not concluding about the metaphor. Okay, it's open still. I gave you a story, but I'm not concluding the story in simple way. Okay, this is used in very big trainings while you do trainings. All right, and at the end of the workshop, you can do a closing of the metaphor. We use in corporate meetings while you go for presentations, you use simple similes. We want our product to become the lion in the industry. This says it all. Yeah. So when you open your presentation, when you are in a corporate, you start setting the context with a phrase, with a simile, which the person who is hearing you can really get it what you want. आपका intention वहीं से set हो जाएगा. Your intention gets set over there itself. And of course, there is no need for me to say this again and again, that how do you say a lion matters a lot, isn't it? I want my company, the specific product, this to become a lion in the industry, versus I want the product to, I was thinking that the product can become a lion. That's why I thought that I'll give you a pitch or PPT on that. You know it very well. There is no need for me to say anything about it, right? So how you say, again, it goes back to a simple research, which is definitely there, but how much we use that research is more important for me. 93% of your communication is non-verbal. We know that very well. Great, fantastic. I'm happy that you all know. However, how much are we using is more important, right? So open before you open is one of the very important part, which I wanted you all to notice. And now you notice that how we have transitioned to the whole body. Did you notice? I came to body language and tonality, which is a part of public speaking, right? Yeah. So my subtopics under that was body language and tonality. This is called transitioning to the topics. A natural way to transition to topics. Please hear the recording which I have shared with you all. I'll share 2 more recording. Rudy, please make a mark of this to share recording. The recording of one of the recording of Sushmita Sen, one of the recording of Priyanka Chopra, one of the recording of Indra Nui, and how are they transitioning from one topic to another topic without first saying that I'm opening another topic. So there's something about that topic, then they say I'm opening this topic. That's an art of speaking. So I said open before you open. That lies with the transition also. Open your transition before you open the transition. Means open your subtopic in middle itself. So what are you doing? You are allowing the unconscious to dance with you. Kiska unconscious? Your audience unconscious. We are dancing with each other, no? Acha abhi ye hoga kya? Acha abhi wo hoga kya? All that. Yeah. So that is very, very important. That how do you open these frames? These are called frames, by the way. Okay. Frame 1, then the next frame, then the next frame. Now, for example, if I have to go more deeper, if we had time to go more deeper in the way I'm giving you examples of, you know what? I think you should do it. You know what? I think you must do it. You know what? I think you should do it. What just happened? What just happened?
Change the tonality.
Interesting. Yes. Yeah. The highs or the lows or the statements. High with a question, high with a command, low with a question. Do you know how to do it? Low with a question. Do you know how to do it? You know how to do it. You know how to do it. Let me just fix this. Do you know how to do this? Let me just fix this. Let me just fix this. It's a straight line. It's a straight line. When I am giving a statement, it's a straight line. When I want you to really think, what will you do now? How would you use public speaking now? How can you use it now? I want you to use it now. I want you to use it now. So there is a difference. And remember, as a leader, if you are working with many different companies or you are in one of the companies, one of the very, very important reason why successful people become the leaders, or the leaders become successful rather, I'm so sorry for that, is because they have this naturally inside with some, and some of them learn. I learned, let me be very, very honest, I learned. It's not that I was there naturally. Yes, I definitely learned. You remember I told you, watching the news channels and how are they doing it, and they have this stress and they have this pause and they go with that question, and with that again it goes back to how do they enjoy the process, how are they enjoying the process is very, very important. And I would like to know from all of you, how can you change your own tonality? Pick up a simile, for example. Do it right now. Pick up a simile, for example. Most welcome, Prabhat. Pick up a simile, for example. For example, about a lion or about a cat or about an animal or about nature, about trees, about farms, about fields, about dancing. Communication is a dance with each other. Now say this simile, okay? Say this simile in 3 different ways. Keeping the stress on dance. Test it with yourself. Good, Pooja. I saw Jayashri, Pooja, Pratibha, Anshul, Anand. Nice. Great. Jyotsna, you're also testing it with yourself. Give a stress to communication is a dance with 2 people. Communication is a dance. 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 Yeah, you can also have that accent of dance with 2 people. When I go global, I do speak like this. Communication is a dance with 2 people. You could put the stress on dance, or you put the stress on communication is the dance between 2 people. Or you check putting the stress on communication is the dance between 2 people. What you are testing is what would happen if you put stress on one word or 2 words in a sentence. And if you go and put the stress on all the words, which is main verbs or main normalizers over there, communication is the dance between 2 people. You know what will happen? One of the opinion? Yes, Savi?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you know anyone who knows what will happen if you put stress on all 3 words versus 2 words?
People will get confused.
Yes, so which specific place I would want my audience to focus on? Whether it is communication, whether it is dancing, and whether it is 2 people. And when I put stress on 2 people, always remember, now this is NLP knowledge, you are limiting the meaning of communication. Because communication may not be with 2 people, it can be with more, or it can be with less, or it can be with myself. So whenever you do your preparation with your metaphors, remember you are going to utilize your setting the context with an example with focus on objective, and what specific words you want them to focus on, you focus on that with a stress or with the highs and lows as you go and do, and you can go and do it. Whatever you want, you can do. And with that, also remember that the meaning of that metaphor doesn't limit the audience. It gives choices, it gives possibilities. That example, this is a hidden, a secret in many successful leaders I have heard, when they're speaking, they're not they're creating opportunities inside you instead of creating limitation. Think about it. If I limit that this workshop itself, if I limit, we will only and only do public speaking with 100 people. If I keep on saying no, 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 we will talk about how do we communicate with those 100 people together, or we talk about only people who are into this particular thing, we limit you. Now, are you feeling the thing which is happening inside you? So I'm disconnecting unconsciously with you. And that's another thing. While you are in the frame, in the second part, in the frames, subtopics, opening topics, giving examples, taking them through a example and experience, while you are all of them there, the most important point is with audience. Yes, Kamala, do you know? With audience,
Connect with them.
connect with them, and how Sonali is connecting, and how I connected with Meenu, or how I am talking about Kamala, or how we are starting with all the highs with all the names, or how are we interacting. And in a place where it will be offline with all of you, there goes a game of 3 people, 4 people. How do you connect with them? Now think about it, that I am there and talking to you all, and you are sitting in a semicircle in front of me. So visualize a semicircle in front of you and use your right hand to talk, and don't use your left hand to talk. There's a semicircle in front of you. There are 15 people in front of you, and use only your right hand to talk. Yes. And use only one side of the body. I really like Sonali. This is good unconscious process which you're doing. You're seeing it. She's moving it there. Now, some people were doing it in this way, right? So this side. Now, start doing it as if you're talking. So say something, go slow and do it. Right hand, only right hand, okay? I want to say this, okay, and I want to say this, and I want to tell you this, and I want to tell you that, and I want to tell you this. As if you're talking to here, here, here. Got it? Now let's do a third experiment. Use both your hands. Yeah? And you want to present something, which you want to present something to all the people over here. You are sitting in a semicircle in front of me, and someone is here, and someone is there, and someone is here. And how do I move here, and here, and here, and here? Do the movement with your body. With respect to the body, how are people sitting? I want all of you, and I want all of you to feel this. Or I want all of you to feel this. I want all of you to feel this. And I want all of you to feel this. What happens when you're using only your right hand or only your left hand? Or what happens when you use both of it? Did you notice what happens? Ah, yes, absolutely. A beautiful word. Yes, I include people unconsciously. When you use only the right side, you're only using the right side. Means you're only interacting with the right set of the people who are sitting in the place. That is very unconscious. The left side of the people are already disconnected. So you're sitting in a conference room with 4 people doing your presentation. And 4 people are sitting like this, 1, 1, and 2. The way people are sitting is you are going to use the way your whole body is going to dance and connect and engage. And that is a part of rapport, a part of matching, a part of mirroring. How do we build a rapport with our audience? Yes, with questions. Yes, by looking at them. Yes, by smiling with them. And secret ingredient, utilizing your own body to match their body. Utilizing your own body to match their body. The way you see Pratibha, the way you saw Suchitra or Pooja, or all of you were just now matching with each other, and all of you smiled then, okay, yeah. And everyone was like, okay, I understood. This is about connection or about engaging. Oh, this is not getting connected. The same way happens with our left side. If I'm going to use only my left hand, for that period of my time, I'm only engaging that part of the room and not engaging the other part of the room. And that will exclude. So we need to remember to include all the people and make sure that while you are rapporting at each level, so starting in the middle while you're giving the frames and examples, you might then take them through an experience of doing the same exercise, like just now you did. An experience of doing an exercise. This is an example of giving an experiential quick exercise for people to remember or to notice what are we doing and how are we doing. And that's very, very important. One another part, very, very important. And I wonder if you know this also. Do you? One another part which is very, very important while we did the opening, and let me just rub this and take you through. We just did the states, we just did opening the frame, we went through in the middle, with the frames, with the body language, with the tonality, with the matching and mirroring. And I asked you a question. I wonder, and I invite your attention to think about what else could be important while you're delivering your speech. And yes, Pooja?
Weaving it all together.
Interesting. Yes, I'm doing the weaving right now. Good. And closing, yes. And before the closing, Hitesh, very good. I'm coming to the closing part itself. You are wonderfully there. Eye contact, yes, yes. And
Milton's model.
Milton's model is a part of language pattern. Absolutely right, Suchitra. People, you can research on Milton model of language, or giving you simple examples of language patterns. The process in the middle, as I ask you now to think about what we can do. And can we create more opportunities? And in my opinion, I think we can do this as a process. Would you like to do a practice of the process with yourself when you do a speech or a preparation of a speech? So notice how many times the global leaders who does the speech, and this is very interesting for me to do a decode, that how many times Indra Nui in one of the sessions has said, in my opinion. And yes, you are right. Absolutely, you are right. And I want to say this. Oh, I really appreciate what you're saying. And I'm curious to know what can happen if PepsiCo does this? I wonder if I give you an exercise for you all to go and practice this multiple times in the next coming week, all of you, I'm going to give you more language patterns example and how do you practice it? And I'm curious to know that what can happen if you do, whether it will create more opportunities, more open communication in your corporate and a company. Can it? Do you think so? Yeah. And in this meanwhile, you were focusing and thinking, what is this happening, right? So I gathered that attention towards language patterns. Language itself is a very beautiful study for leaders as well as in speaking styles. It is used so beautifully. What Pooja mentioned, how we weave. So how do you weave these questions? How do you weave these words? Curious, invite you, what will happen? I wonder if, when, and let me tell you, I never ever thought, okay, when I did not do NLP, that and has so deeper meaning. The word and has so deeper meaning in communication. I listen to what you say and think about it. If I rephrase this, I listen to what you say, but I repeat, think about it in public speaking. If I'm in a communication, I listen to you, but say this to yourself. I listen to you, but I want to say X. Now say this to yourself. I listen to you and I want you to say this. I listen to you and I want to say this to you. Sorry. And, 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 and supposing you have a team, yeah, and your team is not really working very nicely, and you go and ask, what is happening? Oh, there is this problem, that problem, and what else can we do? Giving more possibilities, Shilpa. Absolutely. The job of the speaker is to create possibilities. Exactly, Hitesh, you're absolutely right. And my job, now look at this, how many times do I use and? I don't even know. And my job is to create possibilities in speaking. So using the part, Milton model study, everyone, is very deep. Milton Erickson has been there as a father of psychotherapy. He has been there as an epitome of studies around hypnosis and doing change work. However, let me tell you, the model, when it was studied by Dr. John Grinder, Richard, and Frank Pucelik in 1972 to 1979, came in the books Structure of Magic Part 1 and Part 2. If you want, you can write the name Structure of Magic Part 1 and Part 2. And how each part of language creates an impact, a very deep impact, like it does right now to the audience with whom I engage with. And it comes with practice. The more you practice, the more it happens. So think about a small presentation which you want to do. We have 10 minutes. We will give you 3 minutes. Think about a small presentation which you want to do. Okay? Write the objective of that presentation, not the intention, the objective. I want my audience to learn X. Just simple, one objective. Because we are doing a rehearse of one objective right now. When you are done with that one objective, yeah, now if you are done, okay, if you are done, get up from the space, nice. Take a deep breath and see yourself in the state of freedom to speak about that particular thing. Nice. Take a deep breath. See how your model will speak about that particular thing so freely, having clarity. See that? Nice. See the state of that poise and calm and grace in yourself to speak about that objective. And with this clarity and the poise and calmness, step in with this confidence, the state of the confidence. Step inside and ask unconscious to produce any example which relate directly, indirectly, any example, natural example, metaphor, experience, story, question, anything which relates with this directly, indirectly. Unconscious, present me that example in front of me as an image, present me that experience or that metaphor in front of me as a movie, present me in maybe in way of a sound, a voice. And if you want, carry this state and walk around your room with this state. Let unconscious present you with this information of how do you start. Yes, so walk in with this state, walk with this state, nice, and let unconscious present you. How? With this new state, my friend, with this new body language, with the knowledge of having highs and lows, opening before you open, setting the context, inviting the audience with language, enjoying and having fun, and coming to the closer, coming to creating the impact to your audience. And you have got, Pooja has already got some idea of how you want to start, how you want your audience to connect with you. What example, metaphor, experience fits in? How you're using your language, your body, your tonality as a mix. And now, again, see yourself using all this. The starting, the experience, nice, yeah. So deep. You're using the experience, the metaphor with all the sensory acuity using words of seeing, pictures, sounds, volume, feelings, giving all that. Language, body language, your tonality, owning the subject, having clarity. Again, get inside and close with all these states are going to be there with you, and you can reach heights and heights and heights of this communication and public speaking when you believe, in yourself the way you are believing in yourself today. And you remember this height which you are reaching today is because you have so much of clarity with the states, you have a vision, you have some tools with you, isn't it? And when you have this clarity with the visions, with the tools, what you're going to do? You're going to dance with it. That's what your job is. Dance with it. I never ever thought, all of you, that I would love, speaking so much that it would be just a dance, and I would just start playing with the different colors, sizes, shapes, and ask my unconscious, okay, unconscious, my intention today is to give them a very clear, precise presentation so that they can go and use it in public speaking, and here it presents to all of you in a very simple, specific way. Absolutely, yes. And the last thing for all of you to remember, there is never ever a small stop for you to learn and evolve. You as a speaker will always be evolving like a butterfly. Whatever you learn today, your job is to go back and practice tomorrow. Whatever you would do tomorrow, you would do in editing. Okay, I did this worked, this part, I can do a little bit here more. All right, go and do it again. Access the state again. And when you do it, again clarity will come. Again more clarity will come. Again more clarity come. Again more clarity will come. And clarity will only come when you do it. It won't come without doing. So let's just not start thinking that the day will come and I will go and I will start speaking. Let's always remember, all of you, it is a dance, and play with it and enjoy it. Okay, that's something which is very, very important for all of you to remember. Go play with it, enjoy it, whether it is 2 people or whether it is 10, whether it is 100 or 1,000. You're gonna enjoy, own the subject and feel that internally with states, opening, transition, body language, highs, lows, congruent, preparing, and dancing with it. And then come back again, check what you can do, something more, add that something more. Like I can still add more colors in our Holi, isn't it? And we can keep adding and adding colors and colors in our Holi, always. It's as simple as that. Yeah. I would share this small PPT with all of you. I will share this video anyways, it's there on the YouTube with all of you. And I will keep sharing, as I mentioned, with all of you in this next 3 months in the specific group which we have of public speaking. I'm sure all of you are there in that. And Riddhi can send that WhatsApp group. I will keep sharing the videos of different speakers whom are really great, and I would like you to think from the angle of what we are getting into, not only from the angle of, oh great, he's a good speaker. What is good, what is great, what is that which you are connecting to, that really helps you to remember. Do a small question to yourself. Okay, I will also send you in the next week, we are preparing more videos, short 5 minutes videos, so that you can keep learning anytime when you want. Okay, and with that, I will also keep sharing metaphors, similes, or quotes. These small things are very powerful tools for you all to utilize in your speech, and it can help you for a very longer run. Sounds a plan? On it to make yourself a natural, charismatic public speaker, which you are already. Great. Thank you so much, all of you. Have a lovely, lovely evening. You can connect with Riddhi, as I mentioned, for the processes of corporate trainings, which we have come up with. And again, there is a video by Vishali and me doing an interview on Level Up. And of course, there are many Level Up people over here who have shown great skill set. Congratulations to them as well. And to the new code NLP practitioners, we are doing a new code NLP practitioner certification coming in. We also have a classic code a classic code diploma course coming in. All of them is online and also offline. You can connect with Riddhi for more details. I wish you all the very best and keep shining. If you have any questions, now also you can ask me, and if you have any questions in future around anything which you're going through, please feel free to write on our email. Subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can get receiving more videos as well from us on that YouTube channel. It would be happy to share. I would be glad if you can share that. I would be glad if you can share this tutorial also, which we are releasing, to others who would be in need of public speaking, because I strongly believe after so many years now, I strongly believe everyone has their own style and charisma. It just needs to come out and shine. And we as a community are here to come out and shine. Thank you so much for your attention, everyone. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye. Thank you, Anshul, for coming in. Thank you, Kamla. Thank you, Jyotsna, Meenu, OnePlus. Thank you so much, Savi. AG, Gagandi, thank you. Thank you, Shilpa. Thank you, Pooja, Manisha, Sonali, Ariti, and Aditi, and Jayashri. Really, thank you. Hats off to you for being there for the entire team, and the way you have worked. It's hats off. Thank you so much. Keep doing great work.
Thank you, ma'am. Love you, ma'am.
Thank you. Love you too. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Bye bye, everyone.